The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Brandy.
Lowering rates here isn't going to cure the ills of what other central banks' policies are doing to our economy.
Any further cuts from the Federal Reserve here do absolutely nothing for the real economy and simply continue to stoke the asset bubble that we have seen.
And for the first time, we hear somebody from CNBC start telling the truth. Now, Rick Santelli, I like a lot because he watches the bond market, and the bond market is where you get the truth. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Boy, don't push it, okay? July 4th, time's going by so fast. Before I begin, though, I listened to the speech yesterday, the president's speech on the mall, and the same media who lied all the way through the election said he was far behind, Hillary was way ahead, he hasn't got a chance to win, especially those dopes on MSNBC. The same group, and then, of course, it was a lie. And there's the same media who not only lied about him being far behind and would not catch up to Hillary would lose, is the same media also who lied about Trump going to prison. He was going to prison. Matter of fact, they said his whole family would go to prison for colluding with the Russians. Well, we find out there's no colluding with the Russians. But this really tickled me yesterday, because if you saw any of the headlines that are out there, they're all over the place, especially MSNBC. It was I'll paraphrase it. The headlines you heard from MSNBC and everybody else were that it was going to be embarrassing, that the crowd that will show up at the president's 4th of July speech will be embarrassingly tiny. Tiny crowd. And that was most of the media. That's what they said. Can you imagine? I mean, anybody see the crowd? It was incredible, the amount of people that showed up. I mean, just incredible, which goes to show, which they're starting now already, saying how far behind, he's trailing behind Biden and everybody else. Let's hope they continue to say that. The more they tell us how far he's trailing Biden and all these other socialists or communists that are running, then that makes you feel good because you know he's ahead. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't have his problems, and I'll be the first to tell you the truth. I always try to tell you the truth on this program, that a lot of the things that was promised didn't come through. And I'm so grateful they're going after, instead of going after those individual things that he promised that aren't occurring, instead of going after those, they're going after his style. That's fantastic. Let him keep going after his style. They don't like the way he talks. They don't like the way he dresses. They don't like the way he goes after people or makes fun of people. That's what they talk about all the time. When, God, they could slaughter him on so many different fronts. Think of the promises that he's made, and he couldn't keep. Remember how he promised to bring down the trade deficit? Well, let me tell you, if I were a Democrat and I was up on that stage, instead of talking about pushing communism or going after his style, the way he picks on people or berates people, I'd be going on, hey, wait a minute. Let's talk about the trade deficit. It's at an all-time high. Folks, you know what that means? That's killing our economy. That's why we can't grow. Oh, and by the way, the reason today we had a pullback in that, remember the greatest June in 22 years or 85 years, and the greatest first half of the year in 85 years, which I told you was a bunch of nonsense. Because first of all, it wasn't even a rally. They were, anytime you substitute, when you start substituting top-line sales or margins or profits for stock buybacks, how can you call it a rally when you have to buy $1 trillion in stock buybacks to push the market up? How can you say it's the best rally ever in 22 years or the best rally 6 months in 85 years, whatever it was? I mean, just ridiculous. I mean, those are the things that again are just drive you nuts. But I want to get off subject here. So I was watching, as I say, these communists all weekend going after his style. Let him keep doing that. Let him keep going after his style.
The president himself is oblivious to American history.
This seems so awkward.
It was about bolstering himself up, looking like a dictator.
He has a kind of, how shall I say, a delusional notion of what made America great.
They're getting money from Smokey the Bear.
They're stealing from Smokey the Bear.
This is actually dangerous because it's fundamentally un-American.
Isn't this stupid? Aren't they stupid, these liberals? They are so stupid, these communists. Listen to this.
What we saw was a sad spectacle. He produced a reality TV show, and what he did is he used the military as a backdrop, as a political backdrop. Let's be clear, this was not about the military service or celebrating the military. It's about the president's own fragile ego.
Are you kidding me? Wasn't it about the military? Give me a break.
We are part of one of the greatest stories ever told, the story of America.
Here we go. It wasn't the story of him. If you saw this, it wasn't the story. It was nothing about him. It was all about celebrating America, our military, going back in history. Oh, and somebody who wrote the speech screwed up, okay, in a little part of the speech. Oh, they're all over that. They're going to go after that little part of the speech. Unbelievable. But my point is, let him keep doing this. Because, again, remember, Trump promised to bring down our trade deficit. And trade deficits are dangerous. It's at an all-time high. Because it kills your economy. You can't grow. Because it makes your economy really fragile. Every time you keep increasing debt. And remember, the trade deficit is responsible for our huge income inequality, at least half of it. And we have a terrible income inequality in this country. The middle class is shrinking. The middle class is slipping from middle class to poor. That's right. They're almost dead, the middle class. Why? Part of it is because of the high trade deficits. When you have to import our goods. When we import clothing and autos and generic drugs and TVs and appliances and all this stuff, and it's very, very expensive. Remember, that causes income inequality to spread. There's nothing worse than a trade deficit other than the budget deficit, which are our twin deficits. But isn't it great they don't go after that? See, the problem is, when you have these trade deficits, if I was sitting there and I was one of the communists, I'd say, wait a minute. Hey, we got a problem, folks. We got the biggest trade deficit in history. That means the Chinese, when they want to loan us money, and they're going to bid on 10-year treasury yields when they're going to loan us that money, they're going to want more. They're going to want more interest to compensate the weak dollar. So they're going to want more interest. So interest is going to start rising. That's why you can't cut rates. Interest is going to go up because you got such a trade deficit. How are you going to cut rates back to zero? Because remember, he doesn't control what the Chinese or the Saudis, what they want for interest when they loan us money. They go to an auction. It's amazing the stupidity of these people, what they talk about. Picking on a little mistake in history instead of going after the trade deficit. Let's hope they keep doing that. That's how stupid these communists are. Hey, we'll be right back with a lot more. Phil's gang here, 15 past the hour.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Earnings of companies are decelerating, but they're going to come out and tell you everything's fine. But for my members, I take care of them. Think about this. Since May 23rd, we've been buying gold, and we're up 69% in one gold stock, 84% in another gold stock, 91% in another one, and 90% in silver. My color-coded chart, making a decision to buy these when nobody wanted gold. Nobody wanted gold. That's when we got into gold based on our chart, our color-coded chart. It's really easy. You can't go wrong. We tell you exactly what to do with the stocks in our portfolio. And that's how we continue to build a gang and how we continue to help St. Jude. And it works. And this chart works. How can you go wrong?
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
We're speaking with Jared Douglas. He's a licensed mortgage loan originator, and his company's called Cash Call Mortgage. Let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com. Jared, I want to thank you. The service you gave us was incredible. Why don't you explain a little bit when you say how you specialize in alternative products for self-employed applicants?
Yes, thank you, Phil. Thanks for having me on. So what we specialize in is an alternative product for applicants who are self-employed. We have a product for applicants that are, have a lot of assets but no documentable income, and then we have another version for, real estate investors. So there's three versions of our alternative approach, or alternative product that helps people with, outside-the-box scenarios get financing.
Again, let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Let's be clear, this was not about the military service or celebrating the military. It's about the president's own fragile ego.
For centuries, our soldiers have always pointed toward home, proclaiming, "This we'll defend." There is no substitute for victory. They are the greatest soldiers on earth.
Let's be clear, this was not about the military service or...
Isn't it amazing? Welcome back to Phil's Gang. What is wrong with these people? They're mentally ill. I mean, something's wrong. These socialists, these communists, I mean, they have gone over the deep end. I mean, they sat there, and as I said, this is interesting, they lied all the way through his campaign, how he's way behind Hillary, right? And then he wins, of course. Then they lied about the collusion with Russia. Of course, that didn't happen. Then they lied. A little simple thing. They couldn't give him one day, July 4th, which the whole country celebrates. They couldn't give him a break one day. Everywhere. It's going to be embarrassing for the president when no one shows up at the mall. It's expected the crowds are to be so tiny. And they were massive. What is wrong with these people? And like I said, let them keep going after this stuff. And that way they'll stay away from the trade deficit that hits an all-time high, that kills our economy, that is killing our economy. They'll stay away from the fact that he said that he was going to eliminate the federal debt in 8 years. Instead, the federal debt has exploded because of the almost $2 trillion in tax cuts that went to the corporations. Remember, they were supposed to take that wealth effect, those corporations, and make sure that the workers would get a raise. Their wages would go up. I'm not talking 3% a year, which is 6 cents an hour, which if you think of it this way, 6 cents an hour, okay. So if you take health care costs, if you take college education costs, you take rent or housing costs, the 3% a year or 6 cents an hour, okay, it's up fivefold. But wait a minute. Now I'm talking from 2010. It's up 2008. It's up fivefold. But wait, expenses are up 12-fold on college, healthcare, and rent. See, that's what I'd be going after. Hey, where's the $4,000 pay raise? That never happened. Where's that? But boy, the guys at the top, the corporation CEOs, making a fortune. Making a fortune. I mean, there's so many things they could go after him on. Hey, the middle class, how about that? Middle class is getting wiped out, getting squeezed. He promised a tax cut for the middle class family. Instead, most of the middle class family by 2027 will be paying even more taxes. Even more taxes. And remember, he promised to keep jobs in America. He's going to crack down on these companies, be tough on them. Anybody that ships jobs overseas. Instead, his tax law has created such financial incentives for these corporations to expand their operations abroad. But let's hope they keep focusing on his style. Focusing on his style. Their hate is so much. They have so much hate that they can't focus on what they're supposed to be focusing on. And that's great. That's good. Now, all these things that I just mentioned that have been very bad, that's because he put the wrong people around him. He put the wrong people around, like Larry Kudlow. Great example. Never should put Larry around you. Never. Never. But anyways, so I want to go on this all day long. I want to get back to the market. So I thought that was kind of funny yesterday when I'm listening. The liberals were this morning on MSNBC, they were twisted and they didn't know what to do. They were beside themselves. So, but let's talk about this morning. All of a sudden this morning we wake up and remember now we had the best June rally in 85 years. We had the best 6 months, half year in 22 years for June. Right? What happened? One day after June closes, this morning we wake up and the market starts tanking. starts going down, starts selling off. Wait a minute. I thought we had the best everything. Well, let me tell you. Here's what they said. They were very upset this morning. They said the reason the market went down because everybody's afraid now we had such tremendous jobs at 224,000, tremendous 224,000 new jobs that they're afraid the Federal Reserve won't cut rates. What are you, nuts? 224,000 jobs? You're still only averaging 165,000 jobs for the year per month. That hasn't changed. We're still averaging 164,000. That was another bold-faced lie from the jibber-jabbers. That's not what was the problem today, why the market was down this morning. And they're doing everything they can. The plunger team is in there right now buying futures, index futures, so they can push the market back up. That wasn't the problem. That had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with that. This is crazy. That was a whole fabricated lie. Here's what was wrong. This is why they got all upset today and why there was a sell-off. Because there's a big negative earnings coming around the corner. And that's what's funny. Best June rally in 85 years. Best rally in 85 years. But July 15th is almost here. And earnings forecast, remember earnings growth for the second quarter, 2019, they estimated that these earnings declines for the S&P 500 will be minus 2.6%. 2.6% minus. I mean, this is an actual decline. This will mark the first time that this has happened, reported 2 straight quarters of year-over-year declines in earnings since quarter 1, 2016 and second quarter 2016. So earnings forecast, that's what they're upset about, because they just came out with the biggest lie in the world, the best June ever and the best 6 months ever. And here, coming right behind them like a freight train, these earnings that are a killer. Because corporations, just remember, the first quarter, the last quarter, remember, was up 4%. It's going to come in and be negative 2%. That's what it was all about this morning. That's the deal. Unbelievable. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
If you're going to make money in the market, you got to make money when the market goes back down. When these stocks start dropping, that's the key to investing. You're never going to make money if all you're depending on is stocks going up. I'll give you an example. Schlumberger. This is one of our 5 stocks. And Schlumberger, we have a 20% return right now because my members, if you're my member, you would have been short. You would have been short. Every afternoon at 2 o'clock, you go to my site. It says Working Investor Group, and we tell you exactly what to do with that stock. And same of the other stocks. You don't have to know anything about the company. All you do is at 2 o'clock, you go and find out what we're doing. Nobody else does that.
For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or give us a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
If you're going to make money in the market, you got to make money when the market goes back down. When these stocks start dropping, that's the key to investing. You're never going to make money if all you're depending on is stocks going up. I'll give you an example. Schlumberger. This is one of our 5 stocks. And Schlumberger, we have a 20% return right now because my members, if you're my member, you would have been short. You would have been short. Every afternoon at 2 o'clock, you go to my site. It says Working Investor Group, and we tell you exactly what to do with that stock. And same of the other stocks. You don't have to know anything about the company. All you do is at 2 o'clock, you go and find out what we're doing. Nobody else does that.
For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or give us a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. If you want the truth, then tune in my show every weekday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, or you can listen to this fantasy.
Wow, low unemployment, high jobs, high wages, big consumer confidence, major productivity, and no inflation.
No inflation? What are you, nuts? Stocks up 357%. Gasoline's up 46% alone since December. How about medical? Up 8%. College up 8%. Movie tickets with soda, popcorn, up 15%. Low unemployment? Not true. The 3.9% is fake. It's really 11% because of the 15 million discouraged workers they do not add in. Look, this is just some of it. High wages? That's a joke. It's 1.2%, not 3%. When you look at the withholding tax where the truth is. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get the truth.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. 224,000 jobs today. But the market sold off on that news. Why? That's a big job number. Well, because when you take a look at these jobs, the 224,000 jobs, they're afraid now that the Federal Reserve is not going to cut rates. That's right. They're afraid they're not going to cut rates. They need those rates to keep pushing the stock market up. So the big headline this morning was, oh my God, the market's dropping because it's not going to get a rate cut. It means that market's not going to go up. People are still moving out of the market into the bond market. And none of that was true. None of that was true because everybody knew that we're still averaging 165,000 jobs a month since the first of the year. So that's a bunch of nonsense. The real reason for the sell-off is because the truth is coming. The truth. The earnings. We start July 15th, earnings. And what people are going to learn is they've been lied to about this best June rally in 85 years and the best 6 months in 22 years. First of all, let me make this clear. When you substitute increased top-line sales, you substitute increased margins, you substitute increased net profits, you substitute those things, and you substitute the absence of investors and investment money, new money coming in, with stock buybacks, then try to claim it's the best June rally in 85 years and the best first 6 months in 22 years, everybody knows that's a lie. It's been financially engineered. Financially engineered. The CEOs intentionally substituted the capital investment, the profits that they make that should have gone into capital investment, which would have raised wages, which would increase consumption, which is 70% of our economic growth. It would also create new startups, which provides about 68% of our jobs. None of that happened because the CEOs intentionally took that money for themselves. And they went and bought more stocks back of their company, and their salaries is tied to stock. So when you shrink the amount of shares you have outstanding, that means your earnings go up. It's all fake. Pushes up the stock price, all fake. But if you're a CEO, you want to see that because your salary, your bonuses are tied to the stock going up. So here they are. They took $1.3 trillion in 2018 for stock buybacks. Here we are in 2019. We're even more. They're going to almost double the amount of stock buybacks for 2019 to keep enriching themselves. So when you no longer, think about it, when you substitute running a business where you wake up every morning as a CEO and say, how am I going to grow my top line sales? How am I going to have more sales? How am I going to increase my margins? So if I'm selling hats at $10, my costs are $5. I want to sit down and figure out, get my team together. How are we going to get those margins better? So my cost will be less than $5. So that we can increase our net profit. How are we going? Then they say, who cares about any of that? Let's take our profits. And oh, by the way, we can go borrow more money from the Federal Reserve free, or 2%. Who cares? And we'll combine that, and we'll go out, run out, we'll buy our own shares back. That pushes our stock earnings up. And nobody knows the difference because everybody thinks when the stock market goes up, we've educated them to think that the stock market identifies the health of the economy. So they're going to think it's great because we tell them that every day. So that's what happened this morning. So don't believe this garbage that we sold off today because there may not be a rate cut. Powell will cut rates. Trump will force him to cut rates. And to say 1 month, 200,000, 224,000, it doesn't change the average of 165,000. We should be averaging 300,000 jobs a month, and we should have a GDP of at least 4%. But we're not getting that GDP growth, and we're not increasing our jobs. We're not increasing our wages and salaries and our growth of our country because these CEOs, all of them, turned around and screwed us by taking all that profit and buying their shares back so they get even more money in their pocket and the biggest shareholders. That's why the substitution, this is why stock buybacks or substitution, what they're doing, was a criminal offense. It was a felony. I mean, when you start substituting top-line sales and increased margins and increased net profits, you substitute it with stock buybacks. Are you nuts? And then you have the nerve to come out and claim, oh, June rally was best in 85 years. June rally was not a rally. And the 6 months after the stock market crashed from October to the end of December 2018 and then started going back up January 1 to June, they say it's the best 22 years. It was a short covering rally, and it was all stock buybacks pushing it up, not earnings, not increased margins, not net profits. Those are best rallies. Those are called stock buybacks. Those are called short covering rallies. They're cheating. It's financial engineering is what it's called. You're substituting capital investment with stock buybacks, and you're claiming you got these historic numbers. If they're so historic, things are so good, then why the headlines are saying today, U.S. sees most layoffs since the financial crisis in 2009, mostly in retail jobs. What does that tell you? Retail. People aren't buying stuff. Multiple job holders soar to a record. We have a historic record. People are working 2, 3 jobs. We've never had so many multiple jobs as we have now. Record number. Oh, but we got the greatest economy in the world, we're being told by the jibber jabbers. Multiple jobs soared by almost 1 million. 300,000 jobs a month. Are you kidding? That's the biggest. We've had the biggest jump since July 2018. Manufacturing sector is rolling over. I talked about that last week. The Philly rolling over. The Chicago, New York Empire, all the manufacturing they're dying. They're not manufacturing. They're all getting killed. And that kills GDP, kills the growth. Today, U.S. new orders for factory goods fell for a second straight month in May. Wow. Bond yields are falling. Bond yields are falling to a record low as investors pull their money out of the stock market. So how can it be at the same time you're pulling your money out of the stock market, but they're claiming that we had this best rally in the stock market in June in the best 6 months? Because they artificially engineer. It's called financial engineering. It's called stock buybacks, which was a criminal activity. No more. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, what is stock buybacks? Stock buybacks, when you refer to stock buybacks, it's referred to prosperity without profits. Listen to Kudlow.
The big numbers today, 224,000, good wage increases still above 3%, low unemployment rate. We are still in a very strong prosperity cycle.
Yeah, I'm glad he admitted that, because after all, what are stock buybacks? Look it up. Prosperity without having to have profits. You don't need profits. You don't need to increase your sales. If your sales are at 1 million, and your stock's $10, and next month your sales are at 1 million, you buy back some of your shares so you have less shares. Now you can spread your profits, earnings over fewer shares. Now your stock goes up, but on the same sales. Next month, same sales again, but your stock goes up. Next month, sales are the same. Why even get out of bed? A lot of them don't even get out of bed. They're living at the golf course, for heaven's sakes. Why? Just do stock buybacks. Pretty good deal, but not for America. Not for you, not for me, unless you're a gang member. And we'll talk about that when we get back. I should be one.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020. Does your money manager send you an alert when the stock position that you're in goes up or it goes down? Does your brokerage send you an alert to get out of a stock position so you don't lose money? Of course they don't. Here at philsgang.com, we keep all of our members engaged with the stock positions that we recommend. Nobody does that for their clients. Nobody. Go to philsgang.com and become a member to get up-to-the-minute alerts. That's philsgang.com. Stop losing money and start making money with Phil's Gang.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. If you want the truth, then tune in my show every weekday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, or you can listen to this fantasy.
Wow, low unemployment, high jobs, high wages, big consumer confidence, major productivity, and no inflation.
No inflation? What are you, nuts? Stocks up 357%. Gasoline's up 46% alone since December. How about medical? Up 8%. College up 8%. Movie tickets with soda, popcorn, up 15%. Low unemployment? Not true. The 3.9% is fake. It's really 11% because of the 15 million discouraged workers they do not add in. Look, this is just some of it. High wages? That's a joke. It's 1.2%, not 3%. When you look at the withholding tax where the truth is. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get the truth.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Stock Corner is brought to you by CashCallMortgage.com.
And cashcallmortgage.com. Go to cashcallmortgage.com or call 949-535-9385 or just go to philsgang.com where you can hook up with Cash Call Mortgage, Jared Douglas. Now, they are a mortgage company that specializes in folks like me, like you, who own small businesses. And when you go to a bank, even with excellent credit, it's very tough to get a loan because they can't think out of the box. They're used to dealing with people who work for someone, and real simple, you just show your pay stubs and that's it. But when you're in business, it's more complicated than that. You have inventory, you have this, you have that, and most of the dopes that are sitting there at the banks, they don't get it. They don't understand. They don't understand what it is to run a business. They don't even know how to read financial statements. Well, this is where he comes in. And Jared Douglas does a great job. I know because he got us a mortgage. And we had a credit score of 800, more than that. It was difficult going through just a traditional loans because they don't understand business. So check it out. If you're a small business owner and you find it difficult getting a loan in spite of good credits, well, he'll get it done for you. And I can attest to that. Okay. So, again, go to my site, philsgang.com, or go to Cash Call Mortgage, okay? Or just go to my site, and you can link from there, all right? Okay. All right. I want to talk about, all right, look. So we know that earnings are coming in. We know that we're going to be very negative. We know that earnings are going to drop from 4% down to negative 2%. And the reason why earnings are becoming so negative is because, again, these companies are no longer focusing, okay, on real earnings. They're focusing on fake earnings by doing stock buybacks. Now, what's happening is we're seeing a slew of money pouring out of the stock market going into the bond market. And when you, no matter what these jibber jabbers tell you, when you see yields on 10-year treasuries going down you see yields going down, that is a big red flag that earnings are getting hammered. It's a big red flag that not only earnings getting hammered, but there's no confidence in economic GDP growth. And just go look at our numbers. It shows. It shows what's going on. If you go back to 2018, the last quarter, and you take the first and second quarter of 2019, our growth is 1%. It's not 4 to 5% it was promised by Kudlow. It's 1%. Go take a look now at our earnings. Take a look at the earnings growth. Going to be cut to negative. Negative. So what they do is they come in, these guys on these TV financial shows, the jibber jabbers, and they say, well, here's what we'll do. We'll pump it up with stock buybacks. But what people don't understand when they say, well, look at these earnings, they're going up. They're substituting. They're substituting. Instead of fighting for increased earnings, running their companies, the CEOs, to make sure they get good increased top line sales are going up, margins are increasing, fight for those, fight for net profit. They don't even have to get out of bed in the morning because all they do is substitute stock buybacks. They buy back their own shares and it goes up, but it's all fake. It's fraud. It used to be a criminal offense. But see, at some time, it's going to bite everybody, and now it's starting to bite. We've been doing this for 10 years, and for 10 years it's been destroying the economy from within because it's been destroying the wages of hardworking Americans, because it's been destroying especially the middle class, which is shrinking. Because every time these CEOs take their profits and they don't plow it back into their company to help increase wages, that increases spending, that increases GDP growth, they turn around and put the money in their own pocket, and then the stock market goes up because they're buying their own shares back. They have convinced you, they've created an illusion that 99.9999% of the people in America go look at the stock market, say, oh, look, it's going up. So the economy's got to be good. When it stinks, well, guess what? After 10 years, you can lower the rates all you want from here on in. It's over. The game's over because they've been too greedy. They held the rates too low for too long, too greedy, destroying the economy from within. What do I mean by that? Because we don't have good earnings growth and we don't have good profits, the middle class, okay, because they don't, remember, the middle class, when we had good wage growth, the middle class has the best distribution of money. Okay, they have wage distribution. In other words, when the middle class, when they got paid, they would, after they paid their bills and what they need, they would always have money left over, and they would take that money and they would start new startup businesses, small businesses, startups. That's the backbone of our economy. Remember, the middle class, when they got better wages, when their wages went up, they saved. And with those savings, many of them wanted to be their own boss. So many of them start these startup businesses. And they start new small businesses. And it's new small businesses that are responsible for 68% of our jobs. Not GE, not Netflix, small businesses. But these small businesses are gone away. In fact, we're seeing right now, we just got the numbers on our on jobs being created by small business. There's nothing, almost nothing. That's where you want the jobs to come from, because that's where high-paying jobs came from. So here you got the CEOs getting very, very wealthy, and you got the stock market soaring, and they tell you a big fib, okay, why it's going up. But it doesn't mean we don't buy stocks. My gang, we still buy stocks on that fib, because see, it's only important for me to know. For my members, it's only important for me to know what is going on. So when the stock is soaring, not on increased sales or increased profits or increased margins, but it's going up on stock buybacks, it's only important for me to know so I can get them out in time when it collapses. When the market starts to collapse or a stock they're in starts to collapse, we get them out in time because we know what the hell is going on. We know what we're doing. And remember, we will flip our member to shorting the stock, going down. They don't want you to do that. You're in a 401k. You're not allowed to change your position from buying a stock to selling it short. You got to stay in there and get hammered. So, and we make it really easy. Every day we tell you exactly what to do at 2 o'clock Eastern time. We put up at 2 o'clock our video on each one of our stocks in our portfolio. Whatever stock you select, or an ETF that you select, it's in our portfolio. We have a video that accompanies that. And you follow the instructions, you're going to be fine. Here, listen. We're talking about Goldman Sachs. You go to the video. You picked Goldman Sachs. That's one of your stocks you're following. One of my stocks in my portfolio. You follow mine.
Looking at our Goldman Sachs, right? You can see how the price is kind of at the top of the body of the candle, but there's still a very tall wick at the top and a tall tail. This is what we call a doji. If this can get up here over this 209, if it hits 209.85 or higher, then you can start to add to it.
So you don't even have to know what a tail is, what a wick is, what a doji is. You don't even know any of that. He's explaining why we would add to it. He's showing you the technical part, but you don't even have to understand that. He's telling you when to add. Listen, he tells you exactly when to add.
Looking at our Goldman Sachs, right, you can see how the price is kind of at the top of the body of the candle, but there's still a very tall wick at the top and a tall tail. This is what we call a doji. If this can get up here over this 209, if it hits 209.85 or higher, then you can start to add.
So you didn't have to know about the doji, the tail, the wick, or the doji, or the monkey, or the movie, or any of that nonsense. All you had here, he tells you when to buy. He tells you when to add to your position. He tells you when to take a profit. He tells you to lighten up on your position. This is what my team does every day, and we post it at 2 o'clock. How can you go wrong? Is there any place you can go and you are invested in a stock where somebody will tell you on a video and you go put on the video, and there's the chart, and he tells you exactly when to add, pointing to our chart based on our color-coded chart. Green to buy, red not to buy. Does anybody do that for you? Of course not. We do that. That's why our members are happy. And when our members are happy, they donate to St. Jude. So I'm reaching out to you to make you happy. You turn around, make St. Jude happy. Everybody wins. It's only $39.95. That's it. Simple. 877-600-GANG. Start now. July just started. Good time to join. 877-600-GANG. Join today. They're waiting for your call. It's easy.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to